Hello students, hope by God grace all of you are doing well. Today I am here with the first chapter from your syllabus. Yes, some of you are having so many that confusions this chapter it is present in our syllabus or not, and some of you are keenly waiting for this chapter. That's why today I am here to explain about this chapter. So together we will learn, together we will grow. Let's start. Today's topic is representation of geographical features. So what we are going to represent? We are going to represent geographical features. So what are the geographical features? So first we have to know the meaning of geography. The term geography has been derived from the Greek word, two Greek words, geo mean earth and graphy means knowledge. So what you are getting to understand? Here geography means knowledge about earth. So whatever we are getting to see in this earth, in this world, all are the different features of this earth. Okay. So here these different features are man-made and natural. Natural features like rivers, forests, hills, mountains, lakes, and man-made or artificial features like roads, bridges, embankments, like permanent arts, like you can say temples, all these whatever we have made. So these different features today we are going to know how we can represent in map. So here a new term, that is map. You all know map can be different types. It can be physical map according to the natural features. It can be political, means division of boundaries of states and their cities and all that. And their map can be also like different thematic maps like soil resource according to the distribution of different types of soils. Can be it can be your population distribution, different kind of maps. Here see, when this kind of different maps you might have seen in atlas. Okay, so different maps on different topics it has given. But how this map actually draw? Can you tell me a large continent or any of the country, how we are showing a small A4 size sheet? Is it possible? Yes, possible, by the help of scale. So here first we have to know the definition of map. Definition of map is there, representation of an area of earth on a flat surface. Okay. So whatever we are getting to see, everything also we can say 3D, mean they are having 3 dimensions. But whenever we are representing on that flat paper, it converting to 2D. Okay. So 3 dimension any of the feature when we are converting to 2D feature on a flat paper, that is known as map. Okay, clear students? So here we are using different methods to indicate scale or to which are indicating how to use the scale. So main 3 ways we are using. I'm writing these 3 ways. First, by a statement. First I am writing here the methods to indicate the use of scale by a statement. So what is the statement? We only can tell that how much area we are going to represent through the statement, like 1 centimeter, that also on the map on the map, it is that representing 100 kilometer on the ground. Means 1 centimeter, that is the area or that scale which is indicating or representing 100 kilometer area of earth. Is it clear? So earth's surface, any of the 100 kilometer area we are representing through 1 centimeter. That is the statement. Next, RF. It means representative fraction. Representative fraction. It is the ratio between map distance and ground distance. Here map distance, if I am showing 1 centimeter, by the ground distance is, that is 100 kilometer. We also can write that is the map distance, and this is ground distance. Here students, you also have to remember, whenever we are taking the scale, mean 1 centimeter is showing 100 kilometer of area, that time we have to convert these digit into same that unit. It means 1 centimeter, it will be 13. This centimeter, it is representing 1, that is 1 crore, it is representing on that ground. Is it clear, student? Now number 3. Number 3 is the linear scale. It is also known as graphical or graphic scale. Okay. So what is linear scale, student? See here. Here I already have drawn this linear scale. Here I have taken 14 centimeter. This 14 centimeter, here you are getting to see. In that 14 centimeter, first here 0 and then 2 centimeter equally also I have divided, total 7 division. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So here after this total 6 also kilometer I have shown, the scale I have taken. 2 centimeter is equal to 1 kilometer. 2 centimeter is equal to 1 kilometer. So 6 kilometer I have shown here, and one more division, that 2 centimeter I have divided into equal 10 parts. 0.2 centimeter here I have shown. These equal 2 parts, that is showing 0.2 centimeter is equal to 100 meter. So why this linear scale necessary? Whenever you are also you want to, it means know the proper measurement, that how much it is showing on the ground, by the use of scale you can put your divider on that map, and then you can take that the part of this area and you can put on this linear scale. You easily can get to know how much kilometer it is showing. In your 10th class you will very clearly get to know, because that time there will be use of this linear scale. Is it clear? Next student, these are the 3 methods: by statement, then RF, and then I have said about linear scale. Now you also have to know that on the use of scale, means how much we will take the scale according to the area of the ground. It has been divided into 2 categories. First, scale can be 2 types: large scale. Number 2 is small scale. What is large scale? Large scale is means where we are showing 1 centimeter is equal to 1 kilometer of area. It means we are showing this area more detailedly. More detailedly, small area we have taken, but other side when we are showing 1 centimeter is equal to 100 kilometer, it means large area we have taken in same scale. So we can't show all the features in detail. Is it clear? So here large scale means we will take small area to show detailedly about different features. Example like tourist map, any of the city map, or topographical map, topo map, etc. And here small scale, all the atlas map are the small scale map, atlas map, because we have taken large area, continent, our whole that country taken to also that taken in 3D condition to 2D condition we have replaced or represent. Is it clear? Now we have to know one large scale map, that is the topo map, which is the main concern of today's topic. So topographical map. Topographical map. What is topographical map? A large scale map which shows the man-made and natural features. So again I am also telling the definition, a large scale map which shows both the man-made and natural features of an area. Clear? I am writing this, a large scale map which shows both man-made and natural features of an area. So here natural features can be rivers, it can be hills, mountains, lakes, and man-made permanent arts, temples, bridges, railways, roads. These are the man-made features. So we can get to know detailedly about this area, okay, by this topographical map. Who prepared this topographical map? Survey of India prepared this map. This topo map, we can write this topo map. But when it has been started? It first started in the year of 1765. First the survey started in 1765 by whom? By Major General Roy at the time of British period. After 2 years, means 1767, first survey of India set up in India, British rule time. Okay? Survey of India established. And who was the first that Surveyor General of India that time in Survey of India's office? British General James Renal. Okay, British General, that also James Renal, he became the first Surveyor General. Is it clear, student? So you should know that how the topographical map started. Actually, this helps to know about the condition of that area, even the availability of resources of different areas. Is it clear? Yes, student. Now I will tell you that how to locate a point in any of the topographical map. When we want to know the proper location of any of the feature, then we have to take the help of grid. Okay, so first we will know what is grid. Grid is a network of some vertical lines and horizontal lines. So it is a network of some vertical and horizontal lines. What are the verticals and horizontal lines? If you will see in the atlas, there will be some imaginary lines which are known as the parallels of latitude and longitude. And these parallels of latitude and longitude, they place 1 degree interval. But when we are talking about topo map, so that is very small area, and maximum cases we have seen it is that area taken less than 1 degree of interval. It means very small area. In that case, it is not possible to show the latitudes and longitudes. So some imaginary vertical lines and that horizontal lines taken. Here vertical lines, like these are the vertical lines. In the topo map, these vertical lines, they extend towards east, means like this way. Okay, and the horizontal lines, they increase, this is south part, from that they increase towards north. Is it clear? So they are forming the grid. These are the grids or cell. Here these vertical lines which are extending that east, so west to east, this is west to east, they are also extending. This is known as eastings. Eastings. Okay, and the horizontal lines which are extending south to north. South to north, they are known as northings. These eastings and northings are having 2-digit value. Means this is the southwest corner, this is for. So the number for that eastings, it will increase towards eastern side, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. And the northings, it will increase south to north. Like this is 70, 71, 72, 73. Is it clear? Every eastings and every northings having 2-digit number. Clear, student? Now here we have to know how to locate. Like here PO mean post office. In that, actually in the topographical map, different symbols taken that are known as conventional symbols. Here some conventional symbols I am showing. Are you getting to see? Different conventional that symbols here given which accepted universally. Okay, these has been accepted universally. So here PO means post office. This post office, how to indicate that where it is situated. In that case, first we have to see the left side of the feature. Left side, this is the left side. This is things 22. Okay, 20. This is 22 means left side, and the bottom, that bottom northings of the feature. Bottom northings, it is 71. So first we will write eastings, then we will write northings. Now we have got the grid number 2271. So where post office located? That is 2271. This is having 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 digit. That's why it is known as 4 figure grid reference. Is it clear, student? So how to locate any of the point? If it is there is a temple, you also can locate. If there is some also stony waste, you can also locate. So first you have to remember the left side corner eastings and the bottom side northings you have to mention to locate any of that area. Is it clear, student? Have you understood? So just go through the video, revise that, and then we will meet next day. Thank you so much.